Hey guys, welcome back to Michelle's STEM Journey. I'm Michelle and I'm here today with another AMC Problem of the Week video. This week's video comes from the year 2020, 10B, Problem 12, and it deals with algebra. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let's get started. The problem states the decimal representation of 1 over 20 to the 20th consists of a string of zeros after the decimal point, followed by a 9 and then several more digits. How many zeros are in that initial string of zeros after the decimal point? So basically, the decimal representation would be 0 point, and then there's a list of zeros, but we don't know how many zeros there are, and then there's a 9, and then there's several more digits. So we're trying to figure out how many zeros are after the decimal point. So the only way to do this would be to do some estimation. So we know that 1 over 20 to the 20th can be broken down into 10 times 2 to the 20th. And then we can separate this to 1 over 10 to the 20th times 2 to the 20th. Well, 2 to the 20th power, that can be written as 2 to the 10th raised to the 2. And we know that 2 to the 10th is 1024. These are just powers of 2 that we should know up to 10. And then that squared. So that means that we don't know how big 1024 raised to the second power is, but we know that that is greater than 1000 squared. And 1000 squared has 1 and then 6 zeros. So that means that 2 to the 20th definitely has more than 6 zeros. Well, if we multiply this with 10 to the 20th, well, we know that 10 to the 20th has 20 zeros. That's why initially I broke this down into 10 times 2, because 10 to the 20th has 20 zeros. And then 2 to the 20th has, let's just say 6 zeros, even though it should be a little bit more, but overall we would have 26 zeros. But keep in mind that this is 1 divided by 10 to the 20th times 2 to the 20th. So if we divide 1 by an n digit of numbers, let's just say, as long as n is not a power of 10, there are n minus 1 zeros before the first non-zero digit. So that means that if we divide 1 by the 27 digit number, because we know that it's 1 and then zeros, and then we're just going to say this is 26 zeros, which is what we got right here. And that means that there are 26 zeros in the initial string after the decimal point. So the answer would be D, 26.